Hello everyone, welcome to a very special stream here on the Focus Home Interactive Twitch channel and Steam and 15 other places. My name is Ben, I'm joined today by Romain.
Hi everyone!
And also Ugo.
Hi.
Hopefully everybody heard him, he'll be playing for us today. They are from Tinderlos Interactive. They have brought with them the wonderful DLC for Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2, which is coming out in about, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours maybe.
Something like this, yes.
Which is the Chaos Campaign DLC, which also comes with its own free update. Romain, do you want to give us the 2-3 minute explanation of what's in all of that? Because it's a shed load of content.
Sure. First of all, let's hail the Dark God, because this stream will be under their auspices. So
their protection.
Yeah. And yes, we have two big things that is coming in less than an hour now for Battlefleet Gothic. We have a free patch that will bring a lot of stuff for all the campaign. A lot of new stuff. We try to listen our community as far as we could, and that brings us to take some decision regarding the campaign that are quite huge, especially regarding the adding of new features for the game, for all the campaign, not only the Chaos campaign, but in fact all the 4 campaign that are in the game. So yes, we have new cool stuff like the secondary mission, and I'm sure that many players will be very pleased to see the secondary mission from Battlefleet Gothic 1 getting on Battlefleet Gothic 2. We have the escort mission, the breakthrough mission, the assassination, and all that cool mission, but they are implemented in the game in a very different way than in Battlefleet Gothic 1. Because if we remove those missions from Battlefleet Gothic 2 during the early stage of development of the game, it's mostly because those missions was quite unbalanced, break the balance of the game in multiplayer. And I know that those missions are only available for the campaign right now, but nonetheless they are implemented in a very different way, and I think we will talk about while playing.
And then the other major thing we'll show you in a second, which is the kind of campaign options.
Exactly.
In fact, if you want to show them off now, Ugo, and then we can talk through them as there. So previously,
we can start here.
You'd start a campaign. You'd have you'd choose your difficulty and your faction, and that was about it. Now, you can also pick a number of different customizations, and this, I mean, it's pretty massive. So do you want to go through this and tell everyone exactly how this works?
It's really huge. Our main concern was to make everyone happy with this campaign, because we have so many feedback and so many different feedback that it seems almost impossible to please everyone with this campaign DLC.
Some people want it easier, some people want it harder, they want more ships, less ships.
Exactly. Some people love the invasion, others hate the invasion, some people love the assault mechanic, and we try to implement as many options as we could, so everyone find its perfect campaign through the setting of the campaign. You can adjust the AI cost for the AI action on the campaign map. So if you want the AI to tend to perform more assaults, you can increase the first value you see here. You can also set this value to 0. If you want no assault action during your campaign and have a very streamlined experience on the game, you can increase, and this is quite important, the fleet reinforcement cost for the AI, so the AI will repair its fleet more quite often, or the AI will never repair its fleet. You can tweak the defense cost, the fleet creation cost, the fleet movement cost. The ultimate power, I'm sure we will talk about this later. This is one of the big new features we have in the game, quite fun in my opinion. But if the player don't like it, they can remove this feature from the game via the customization panel. You can tweak the repair cost, you can tweak so many things. You can also activate or ban some secondary mission you don't like in the game. You can tweak the difficulty of the campaign very deeply, either on the campaign map or during the battle. so you have many options regarding this. You have a lot of options regarding the economy of the game. You can custom the resource earned, the repair rate for the troop, the evolution cost of the world in the game. You can start with more resources. You can tweak the percentage you perceive when you refund a ship. So a lot of different options. Of course, and I know that many players will be very pleased by this, you can tweak the leadership and the fleet capacity in the game to get in something that will fit a bit more all the things that we bring to Battlefleet Gothic 2 earlier, like the massive battle. So now you can almost have the feeling of the massive battle mode during camping if you want to.
And this comes with all the caveats. So, first thing, this is completely free. The screen is free.
Yeah.
Absolutely free.
This is applied to all of the previous campaigns.
Exactly.
You can just load this up on any of those. That'll be live in about an hour, like you said, 2 hours. Don't have to pay for that or anything.
And the cool thing, can you get back to the customized screen, please? You go for a second. The cool thing is that you can create a preset for your campaign. Then the player will be able easily to share this cool preset with other player. If they find a way to have the perfect campaign in a specific setting, they will be able to share it with the community.
And then the other thing is that, of course, anything to do with massive fleets, that still comes with the caveats that we had when we launched that mode. The game was not initially designed for those. We've been optimizing and doing everything we can. But if you don't have a PC above the minimum specs, then increasing that may lead to instabilities.
Absolutely.
But it'll still be super fun, and if you've got a super powerful PC, whack it all up to 200%, 300%, and have a good time with the massive fleets that you've been enjoying in multiplayer. So that's this screen. This is all free. Now let's show some chaos stuff.
One last word about this screen. Of course, you have to know that all the preset that the game designer of Battlefleet Gothic set for each campaign, the global preset, is how we think the campaign should be played. So maybe if a player has some really weird tweak on his campaign in the customized panel, maybe he can experience some weird situation.
Yeah.
But could be fun.
Yeah. As you can imagine, there are a lot of, an almost infinite number of different combinations of stuff you could do here. Testing all of those would have been very challenging. We've done some tests. We expect that it should work, so we don't expect too much instability. But you are going to have... It's very possible for you to make a game that's either too easy or too hard. If you've got problems with it, if you have some kind of unexpected issue, do let us know and we'll look into it. But we think this should work, but if you do something weird, it is going to be weird. That's pretty much where we're at with that.
Exactly.
So basically... You can mess around with stuff. You can have some fun, and then finally we didn't mention this one. You can turn on and off the urgency gauge.
It was already there, yes.
Oh yeah, it's been implemented into this menu.
That's it, and of course all of this is purely optional.
Yeah. You will also just never touch this.
Absolutely, you will have a great experience if you follow the preset we set for the game.
So that is one of the free features. There are a number of other updates that have come to these campaigns, including the new modes, new mission modes, as well as the what was it called again? The AI superpowers.
AI superpower.
Yeah. So hopefully we can talk about those a little bit more. But if we jump into the Chaos campaign now, so this is what you're paying for if you buy the DLC. Is the Chaos campaign. The new mechanics that come in the Chaos campaign that we haven't already shown you, which is to do with the Chaos Gods and the 3 things that are listed here, and then of course the narrative and everything that comes with that. So let's jump into it.
There's a huge content for the Chaos campaign. I personally played this campaign from A to Z, and it took me 60 hours of pure gameplay, and it was really fun with all the mechanics we had. Aside the Chaos campaign, it was really amazing, and I think that the narrative for this campaign is maybe the best we have for Battlefleet Gothic 2. I love the other campaign, but this one, my personal experience was so great on this campaign. It was really cool. I love the main character. I love the secondary character of this campaign. The story we tell is really amazing in some way. There is a huge final for this campaign, really huge. I will not spoil the final of the campaign, but players should really go and check the check the last missions of this campaign, because there are some really huge and nice surprise for them.
And like with all our other campaigns, so this is a kind of what-if scenario of what if a particularly competent commander, yourself, was in charge of the Chaos faction after this Gathering Storm event happened, after the destruction of Cadia. What do we think would happen then? All approved by Games Workshop, of course. They agree that this is a thing that could have happened, not the thing that did happen. And of course that means there's just tons of fan service, right? Loads of cool ships, loads of cool Chaos characters.
It's pure fan service, yes.
And well, in fact, yeah, let's kick it off and we'll see it, and we'll see the opening cinematic.
We start. Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
My name. What is my name? Before no longer holds significance. I am reborn. I am Malos Vrykan, servant of the Dark Gods. Mankind languishes in a tumultuous galaxy. Its potential shackled by a corpse on a gilded throne. We must look to the past for our salvation. To the primal gods who shape all that is. Let there be war upon this false Imperium. Let the galaxy burn.
By going back to the main menu and
Yeah,
watching again.
Okay, good on you.
Maybe where the one or two seconds.
Hello everyone, hope you enjoyed that. We're going to reboot back to the main menu so we can skip the intro mission so we can show you some cool stuff to begin with. Do you want to talk a little bit about the specifics of the Chaos campaign? Hey, we did it. We did it anyway. So yeah, this is the Chaos campaign. Tell us all about it, man.
Okay. Well, in the Chaos campaign, you have some new, very cool option as a Lord of Chaos. A Lord of the World Bearer, because we choose to set the main character as a World Bearer main character, and this character is always with his Dark Apostle, which is Arcus Vane, which acts as a counselor, as an advisor for him during all the campaign. And quite quickly we will explain to the player how to use the chaos power, the power of the gods, to get an advantage on the campaign map. And this is the main big thing with the chaos campaign, is that you will have probably to please the god by offering them some worlds or performing some specific action during battles. So you will earn some favor point from them, and with this favor point you will be able to either recruit an admiral that belongs to a specific chaos god, either Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh or Tzeentch, or you will be able to use the magic power of those gods on the campaign map. And of course this is what is the funnier. I'm not sure at the very beginning you are able to perform such an action because you don't have yet all the specific all the favor point that belong to those gods.
So we're going to cheat.
We're gonna check the beat.
Easily does Chinchar fall.
Maybe explain that you should have a fight at this point.
Yeah, so normally there you kind of get the first fight of the campaign. It's a fairly easy battle, as they usually are. You're introduced to the different Chaos ships. You get the little intro for Spire and the Imperium, and then once you win, this is what happens. So we just cheated quickly there so we can show you some more stuff a little bit faster. Those of you that have been watching our influencer streams, some guys have had access to this for the past little while, will have seen exactly how that goes down. And then, yeah, you get a bunch of gifts of chaos here.
Exactly. As a reward for this first mission, you get a chaos favor, a chaos reward from every god.
They're impressed. They're impressed with your ability to destroy the Imperium.
Absolutely.
And then you can use these for a bunch of different effects on the campaign map, right?
Absolutely. So the first thing you can do is to recruit an admiral that belongs to one of those chaos mark.
From those gathered before you.
Which one do you want?
Just open the panel and we will pick one of the admiral, one that feels cool. Oh, just a second.
Yeah.
We have 3 sub faction with the chaos campaign. We have the renegade fleets. It's basically just heretic, and they are just humans that took the step through that embrace the chaos.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So they are quite weak, to be honest, but also quite cheap. And you can have a lot of them during the campaign. So you maybe your strategy will be to take a lot of those guys, and you will have just cannon folder for your campaign, so you can just invade the map, swarm all the campaign map with those low-level character in a way. The second type of fleet we have is the Chaos Legion. So this is where the player will find all their favorite Chaos Legion. The World Bearer, the Iron Warrior, the Red Corsair, that's it, the Night Lords, and of course the Black Legion. And they are quite similar to their Imperial counterpart. They begin with one technical skill and one upgrade, but this is one of the new things that we have in the game, and that player ask very loud, is to be able to customize the skill and the upgrade that come with their admirals.
Okay.
So we force the random on the first skill on the first upgrade, but then the second skill and the second upgrade will be unlocked during the campaign as the player earn experience with this admiral. If you check out the Renegade, can you get back on the Renegade, please, Hugo? If you check out the Renegade, you can see that a
They don't
Renegade
come with a
admiral
sign,
start
no?
with nothing.
I see.
Not a single technical skill and not a single upgrade, and not a single upgrade. And you will have to unlock them by earning experience.
And again, this is one of those things where this system is in the Chaos campaign, but it was also patched back into the other one.
Exactly. And I must admit that it was a really great addition that was suggested by the player, because you get in some situation that was a bit annoying with the previous system, because the player want to play with specific skills and specific upgrades. So now it's possible, and I must admit it's much better. And the last thing you can see on the screen, not yet for the marked. Can you just hover the campaign upgrade, or maybe I will talk about this a bit later. The campaign upgrade, you go.
We cannot
Yeah, we will talk about this later, but
Okay.
this is another one of the new cool feature we have in the game. Do not.
It's here.
Yeah.
We check it.
I will talk about it a bit later in the stream.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Marked Legion.
So those of you with a little knowledge of the 40k universe will have noticed there were 4 legions missing from that, and here they are.
Here they are. And they are freaking powerful.
They're kind of badasses.
Yeah, very badass. But their expansiver than other sub-faction. And you will have, if you want to recruit an admiral of Khorne, of the World Eater, of the Emperor Children, of the Thousand Sons, you will have to spend favor chaos point to do so.
Which they aren't rare, but they are difficult to get.
They are difficult to get,
other
yes,
resources.
exactly.
You don't just generate them every turn. It's not quite as easy as that.
Yeah, it's not quite easy. You have to offer some world to specific chaos god, or you will earn them in specific secondary mission that belong to the chaos campaign. I'm sure we'll talk about this also later. And when I say that those specific admiral are stronger, maybe Hugo, you can just roll over the specific skill and upgrade that belong, for example, to Discard Admiral. A Discard Admiral will always get an additional skill that is the Void Locus Swarm Cloud, and an additional upgrade that is Den of Pestilence that increase the number of troops you get on your ship to represent the resilience of the Death Guard. Yes, absolutely.
So these are all themed around their god. You also will have seen them at various points during the skirmish games. If you play a lot of those, they're also available there. So this is kind of a nice way to bring in a little bit of extra lore, bring in a different amount of customization, but also they're very, very powerful. And basically, if you could only field these, you would. But like we said, these chaos points aren't just used for this. This is just one use of these favor points.
Absolutely.
Who should we get?
Oh, let's get for a Tzeentch Admiral.
A Tzeentch one?
Yeah,
Okay.
a Khorne maybe. I don't know.
No, this one is great.
What is the favorite of the player?
Chat, what do you want? Someone's voted for Smelly Boys, which I assume is Nurgle.
Nurgle?
Yeah. One second. Let's
love
let
them.
him. I'll let him vote. Which is your favorite Chaos God?
I love Nurgle.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try Nurgle. This one is pretty great.
We got 2 votes for Nurgle. Okay, we got a bunch of
Nurgle.
votes for Nurgle. They've definitely.
Cool. Let's go for Nurgle.
All right, cool. A wise choice, everyone. Well done.
And you have a different dialogue for each god, of course.
They're definitely not all wise. These votes for Khorne came in much too late. Sorry, everybody. All right, give us some more rewards. Thank you very much. And as we said, all of this kind of resource generation and all these renown ranks and stuff, you can now effectively customize how quickly you get all this stuff using that menu we were showing you before. So if you want a faster game, or a game where you have more powerful ships, but so do the enemy, you can kind of do that yourselves. And we're hoping that people post on the forums and say, hey, if you use these settings, you end up with a game that's roughly the same difficulty, but everybody has way more ships, which obviously is cool.
Maybe we should take a chance to speak about that at this moment.
Yes, this is one of the secondary objectives, because with the addition of the secondary objective, which bring a lot of diversity through battle, it brings also cool personal objective for the player during the campaign, because each secondary objective comes with a special reward that will truly affect the gameplay on the campaign. For example, if you win an assassination, you will reduce the threat level of the faction by 3 in the sector for 2 turns. So some secondary objectives are really vital for the player in some situation, because their rewards are very powerful. And the player is never forced to perform them during the battle. He can just choose to ignore them.
Yeah,
but the reward...
Fight or whatever, or you just don't want to do it, you can not do it.
That's it. But the reward really worth the effort of doing the secondary mission.
So if you, for example, and again, these secondary missions, they're in all the other campaigns, and they use the same pool.
It's free stuff, yes.
Yeah. So, for example, if you're playing with particularly high difficulty, or if there's certain mechanics that you want to have on because you like them, but you want to be able to contend with them better, this now lets you do all of that. It's basically more options. It's free real estate.
That's it.
Except for the campaign, which is not free. Alright, what next?
Okay, maybe we should explain the mechanic about how you get gods.
We stay with the Chaos God here. And the player can choose to offer world, as I tell you earlier, to specific Chaos God. And you can only do this action right after you manage to seize a system. And as you can see, each time you get the specific icon near the name of the world means that you can offer the world to the god. And depending on the attribute of the world will give more favor points. Nurgle is more pleased if you offer him, for example, Agri-World.
Okay.
You know? And sometimes it's just specific attribute that will give bonuses. Yes, for example, a penal world will especially please Khorne. So if you, let's say, offer this world to Khorne, maybe you can do this. Thank you very much. This world is now dedicated to Khorne, and it gives you 2 favor points that you will be able to use during the campaign, and I will come to this later. But offering a world to a god will come with a nasty counterpart, like always with the Chaos God.
Yeah, they do not just give you stuff.
Yeah, there's always a trap somewhere in the contract. And in the case of our game, the world will cost expensiver to evaluate them.
Okay, to give them new points and...
Exactly. As you, for example, Hugo just offered Chinchar to Khorne, and now the evolution level of the world price has increased.
Okay, I see.
Because the world is devastated by Khorne, so...
because he's making all the people there fight forever.
Exactly, and everybody die in infinite war, so making this world... making an evolution, a development on this world is being harder.
But you still have access to the world. It doesn't completely remove it.
No,
and you can do this again, right?
Yes, but it brings a really strategic and interesting choice in the campaign when you see the world. Between either you offering it to God because you desperately need some favor points, but you know that it will in a way cripple your economy. So, but the chaos power are incredibly powerful, and maybe this is what we are going to see right now.
Hugo's he's just giving them all away. He's like, just dedicate them all. Just take them.
No,
He's
I
right.
want to keep this one for the economy.
Yeah, for the economy you should keep
okay,
this
I
one.
See. Lucky boys on the Forge World.
And okay, now let's talk about the chaos power.
Okay, so this is the other thing you can do with your points.
It's here.
Yeah. It will be easy. No, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, so Hugo, can you show us the state of this sector right now, so we can see how we will use the favor points? Okay, we have 2 fleets here in Reznor. And this is not something we want. So maybe Hugo, you can offering the last word just for the example.
Okay.
And create yes exactly for Tzinch. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And now you can ask for Tzinch to use the power of the warp and to deviate a fleet of another faction toward Reznor. And you can create on your own an invasion of another faction on Reznor. So this other faction will fight against the Imperium on this specific system. So let's go, let's do it. Okay, and we have a small fleet of Aeldari that will come to fight the Imperial fleet on this territory.
So maybe they'll win, maybe they won't, we don't care.
We don't care because
they're all enemies.
The Imperium fleet will be weakened.
Yeah.
In every way.
And we're not going to be there for a couple of turns, so it's not like we're going to have to deal with the invasion ourselves. Eventually we'll get there, and hopefully the Imperial fleet will be massively reduced and will be much easier to roll over.
Absolutely. And you can have some case where you also want to use this power depending on the attribute that we set on the world. For example, there is some type of world that you really don't want to be in the hand of a specific faction. So triggering an invasion of this world could be interesting. And maybe, Hugo, you can go back on the world, on the same Reznor.
Okay.
And we want to hold the chance in favor of the Aeldari. So we will use the Slanesh power on this world in order to move one of the Imperial fleet to an adjacent friendly territory.
I see. Okay.
Slanesh can use his power of persuasion and Vice to move enemy fleet on friendly system.
You should all. They should definitely.
So it will be random. So you have to take a bet a bit on this.
Let's do it, Hugo. Let's do it.
Okay.
Alright, they're away.
Okay.
Let the galaxy
And the fleet is going to Jubal. And now we have a fleet that will be certainly dead with the Eldari fleet that is coming upon Resnor. And if we go on the system up there, the other system to the north,
Okay. Here.
yes, we now have 2 fleets right here. And I guess it's the perfect timing to launch a plague on this world. And the plague will deal straight damage to all the fleet that are stationed on this system. So if we have 2 fleets on the system, that's cool. Let's trigger Nurgle Rods in there.
for the glory
And
of
as you
Nurgle.
can see, the fleet are now directly weakened by this power. But this power don't deal that much damage. It deal 20% damage of the total fleet power of the fleet. But you should use this skill when there is a lot of enemy fleet on a specific system. Oh, this is the Chaos upgrade panel. Maybe you can get back on the Chaos upgrade panel in order to show the player all the cool upgrades that belong to the Chaos.
So this works similarly to what we had in the previous campaigns. We liked how that worked. Lots of different systems to play with. Lots of little different ways for your fleet to advance as you go on. Like we said, you can change exactly how quickly you're getting resources and that sort of thing. And I think that includes leveling up, right?
Yep.
So you can
Absolutely.
you can change exactly how you go through this menu and how quickly you go through it with that customized, like we said. But also this gives you a nice kind of ramping up of the size of your fleet and what kind of ships you're using and what you have access to, as well as how powerful those ships are. And pretty much we were pretty happy with this, so I think it's basically unchanged compared to what we had before.
There is no major change on
change.
the upgrade system. It's just that the Chaos upgrade are really pretty cool and it gives a lot of different way to play your faction.
What do we have here? What do you like?
Specific one maybe.
When I played my campaign, I love Nurgle and Khorne mostly.
Okay.
So I tend to choose the boarding line on their upgrade when you first start with the Drake, the Hell Drake. Yes, that's it.
Here.
And yes, you can go until you unlock the Chaos Space Marine, and your ship becomes devastating at boarding enemy ship, and it's pretty fun because the Chaos is a faction that will think more to play from a far distance with all their lances and stuff like this. But the upgrade panel really allow you to play the Chaos in a different way.
So there you go. I also enjoy invasions. I think so. We've shown off what you can do with Marks of Chaos, how you get them, what you do with your fleets to use those as well. You wanted to talk about the campaign upgrades for the admirals.
Maybe in other set.
You can cheat to get some experience with your ship.
I could, but if I'm loading a save just after, we will see it.
Okay. We'll see it in one of our
Then
other saves,
just load your save so we can talk about more advanced stuff on the campaign.
Okay, so we're jumping in.
In fact, no. 1 second. I'll tell you what. End the turn just so we can see that invasion get there and wreck.
Oh yes, sure.
Okay,
No
let's
problem.
see what's happened here.
There they come.
And the Eldari. Just get in.
And they are done.
And now the
Thank you.
territory belongs to the Eldari.
And of course, that then means that maybe the Imperium will try to take it back, and they'll reduce their fleets even more. And essentially, you get to kind of play this game of puppetry, if you like. And if you don't, you can use the other effects. The one we didn't see was the Khorne one. What does it actually do, just so people...
The Khorne one is my favorite. You can force one of the fleet on an enemy territory to perform an assault on an adjacent enemy territory. So you can force him to attack you, or you can force him to attack other AI faction on the map.
So, in
So
fact,
you
can do it right here.
really feel empowered and in control of the tactical strategical map.
Gives you a lot more options when it comes to this. So we're going to use it right here.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm trying to anti this.
Yeah. And now the Imperial fleet will perform a desperately suicide assault against the Orc on Selus. And it will free you the way to get on Dorsia and do the special operation in Dorsia.
I see. So that's the kind of thing you get to do. You get to play a little bit more on the tactical map, which we like the idea of.
Yeah.
The campaign map. And then also, there's a lot of just cool stuff you can do with that. And if you want to ignore these and you want to spend all your Chaos Favor on new admirals and new ships, then you can do that as well. And it's kind of up to you how you play. I think that's everything we wanted to show.
No, we have a lot more to show.
No, to show in this save.
Absolutely.
So should we load the next save, and we're going to jump a little bit ahead in the campaign.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly where we're going to.
Okay, I'm not sure too. Maybe,
all right.
Maybe we could take...
Well, I'll tell you what, while you figure it out, let me check if there's any questions over here.
we take this... No, not this one. Okay.
Are there Chaos Titans in this campaign that we get to control?
They'd
have to play it and find out. Is that?
I don't want to spoil anything, but you can expect a really big ship for the Chaos during this campaign. This is the campaign where you will play the biggest ship in all the 4 campaigns for now, and you will have multiple big ships in this campaign and very emblematic and cool ship of the 40k universe.
All right, some ships that maybe destroy large things.
Yeah, for example.
Just for example, like maybe they kill spatial bodies of some kind. maybe who could say? So this is what maybe what 10 hours into a campaign, something like that.
This is the Hugo save, so we can tell us.
Not even 10 hours, maybe more than 10.
Okay, 47 turns. So this is a little bit.
47 turn is quite advanced in the campaign. And maybe it's time to talk about all the convenience stuff we add to the Chaos We add not only to the Chaos campaign, but to all the different campaigns.
Again, this is another kind of thing that's coming with the free patch that's been applied to all of the campaigns, but you also get to access it in the Chaos campaign if you choose to pick that up when it comes out in about half an hour, actually. So yeah, go ahead. What else have we added else to this campaign?
Okay.
Where to start?
Where to start?
Is it fleet transfer, maybe?
Yeah, maybe we can talk about fleet transfer. This is something that player ask really hard. We didn't consider it too seriously at first. We didn't see why the player wanted so much, but we finally think it was not that a bad idea, and we implement in the game the possibility of transferring ship from a fleet to another fleet.
Okay.
And in fact, in some situation, it's really useful, and we was wrong to tell the player it was not a good idea.
So
it was definitely a good idea.
You're right. And also, I mean, at the end of the day, if people want it, and it's relatively easy to implement, which relatively easy is a very, very odd term.
It was not that easy to implement because we have some small restriction on the ship transfer that are related to the IP of the game.
Oh, I see.
It's really weird if you have let's say an ultramarine fleet that transfer a ship to a space wolf fleet.
Okay, yeah.
And all the ultramarine become instantly space wolf. It was not possible regarding the IP.
I see. Yeah.
So there is some restriction. I don't have all them in mind actually, but there is some small restriction.
But you want to have some restrictions in there anyway, because otherwise it would be the same. Like it would be cheaper than building new fleets, right? And you need to have reasons that people want to do both. So there needs to be some kind of give and take there.
Yes, but there's no restriction regarding transferring ship in a fleet to another one.
Okay. There you go.
So I'm trying to level up this one together to show you the new upgrades.
Hogwarts.
So it's still the rest.
Oh, I see the problem you're having. This is why the debug menu is not available to you, the player, because it's bad. That's why. That's the reason.
I think I achieved to level up one of my admirals.
Okay, we'll show it somewhere else.
Okay, and this one. Okay, this one we can show the.
Let's show this.
Okay, cool.
For example, this Death Guard Admiral can choose a new skill, and as you can see now, you can choose from all the pool of skills that are available to this specific Admiral. The skill is not given randomly anymore. You have a real control over the progression of your Admiral. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, but it seems that Hugo... Oh, yes, great. Okay, this is it. This is the campaign upgrade. Before this patch and DLC, all admiral that managed to get to level 4 get an additional movement point.
Okay.
And it was something cool, but it was quite basic. And now, when an admiral reached the maximum level with his fleet, he is now able to choose one of the 5 different campaign skills that we implement to the game. Once more, it is free stuff. It's free content. It's not specific to Chaos campaign. It comes for all the different campaign. And the different upgrade you have for the map is, for example, Demonic Navigator. Can you get back on it? That grants you an additional movement point.
So if you still
the
want
translation.
this, you can have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you get to the next one? You have the Master Warpsmith that will increase the regen in hull of your ships that are stationed in the same system.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Ruthless Warlord, which is really cool because yeah, it's quite powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You can just set this fleet in a specific system that is not yet very upgraded, and the system will get development faster.
Yeah.
So it's like a logistic fleet, that you bring to different systems in order to level up them more quickly. You also have the Demonic Bond Ritual. All the names are different, depending on the campaign, of course. That makes that every ship you recruit for this fleet come at level 2. Mm-hmm. Quite simple, quite straightforward, but quite powerful also. And finally, you have the Master of Slave, which is very important because it affects the economy a lot. It makes that all the fleet that are stationed in the same system as this fleet cost less in upkeep.
Yeah. So again, it's kind of a logistical thing, and it's something that helps you continue to kind of develop your economy. So these are kind of they're not directly combat related. Some of them let you get into combat faster, they let you repair from combat faster, they let you upgrade your campaign map, and again, it's more playing on that campaign map layer that we feel like didn't quite have the complexity that we wanted there.
Exactly.
What are we going to pick?
For this one, maybe...
Hugo, your choice. You have 3 fleet on this one.
Okay,
so maybe,
I'm gonna fight after this.
Either this one or the last one that reduce the upkeep cost.
Okay, upkeep. So have you seen here?
Yeah, it went up. It was on 511 before, right? Yeah,
that's it.
So there you go. It works. It works, everyone. It's not bugged. Well done. Round of applause all around.
This is okay. This is one of the new thing that you get in this new patch slash DLC. And Hugo, maybe everyone understand that it's exactly the same thing for the upgrades. We can also show some minor change that we bring to this patch by showing
this one is great,
this kind of option. Yes, some player, and they are absolutely right, think that there are too many invasion and it break the rhythm of the campaign.
It did mean you had to kind of keep having fleets that were in the back that were protecting you, or you had to ignore those worlds, and then
And we had the feeling that sometimes, they were right. There was too much invasion. Mm-hmm. There is no 2 options for this player.
You can turn off
the customization, as you've seen, but we still think that the invasion is a great mechanic that forces the player to think strategically on its map and letting some fleet in previous sectors. So it's not just you go up front with all your ship, with all your fleet. And the new possibility that we bring for the player is to spend battle plan in order to cancel invasion. For example, this one is a big one. There is more than 1,000 points of orcs that is coming in 2 turns. And Hugo has 5 battle plans, so now he can spend 5 battle plans in order to cancel this specific invasion by clicking on this button. And it really in some way accelerate the pace of the game, and you focus more on a very important battle. I think it's a very nice addition regarding the pace of the game. Another cool option is the possibility, and it's a shame that we didn't have it at launch. The possibility of revoking a fleet. Maybe you can show it. Don't. Yeah. This is something that was not here at first.
Do not click this button by accident.
Yeah.
Do not click it.
I think we put a security. Let me check. Okay.
There you go.
Of
no,
course.
I don't want to revoke.
Of course. But you can now revoke a fleet. So if your admiral, you think your admiral just suck because whatever reason, and you don't want to play with him anymore because he disappointed you on, you're an admiral of chaos. So sometimes you have to make a tough choice, like just killing some of your admiral, just for the example. And this is not something you can do in Battlefleet Gothic.
All right, cool. Should we kill some heretics? Some servants of the false gods?
Sure. One last thing, then we will be done with the campaign map.
There's a lot. There's a lot. People.
Yes, there's a lot, but this one is important. I will not talk about all the minor fixes and changes we bring to the game. It's the AI superpower. In some cases, you can have this weird visual effect on the system, and it means that the faction has launched an AI superpower on this system, and this is another thing that brings a lot of diversity, a lot of renewal in the battle you will play, because when an AI superpower is active in a system, it means that the fight in this system will be much harder. For example, if the Imperium launch the power Aegis of the Imperial Fist, it means that the Phalanx will be present in the system in this battle.
The Phalanx is really big.
And the Phalanx is really big.
It's really scary.
For example, this save is quite fun because this system is really scary. Why this system is scary? It's because there is a mine, which means that you will be only able to bring 2 fleets in this system to win this match. There is a space station. Maybe you can show with your cursor, Hugo, maybe. Thank you. You have a space station that defends the system. You have mines. You have defense platforms that defend the system. And that make a huge fight because the Phalanx is also present in this battle.
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be
try
tough.
To take that one down.
And
it's gonna be tough.
all the factions have different superpowers that are really cool. The Orc can launch a WAG on a system, and it double all the fleet points. Oh, this one is nasty also. What is this save? Oh my god! I don't want to make this fight. Okay, for this fight you have 3 huge
like 4,000 points.
4,000 points. The WAG is active. There is a space station. There is defense platform, and there is a mine on this system. This system is disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's say it straightforward.
But you have all your chaos powers, of course, to mess with
of
that.
course.
And you want to drop Nurgle on these bad boys.
Oh yeah. Oh come on. Nurgle is going to be deadly. Boom.
Yeah. Now what?
It's still disgusting, but it's more manageable.
Yeah.
Anyway, the cool thing is that the AI superpower also affect the campaign map. For example, for the Orcs, let's get back on the Orcs, please, Hugo. For the Orcs, which bring a WAG, it means that all the fleet that are created in this system are twice the size of fleet of your level. But the fleet in this system can assault adjacent system, and the WAG can just spread into the sector.
I have one here, by example, a WAG that is spreading kind of.
That is, there's a lot going on in that system. Alright, so those are the AI superpowers. Again, those are in every campaign. Don't have to pay for the Chaos campaign to get that, but you can also interact with them in the Chaos campaign. You'll see them all over the place.
One little last thing. It's don't touch anything. We rework all the UI for the navigation through system and sector, and you have a better UI to understand what attribute belong to which world, and it's no more dynamic. You can upgrade. Give you some money, maybe, Hugo, if you can. Yeah. So we can show this. No, all the world.
100% thought you crashed it there, Hugo. Thought it was just gonna.
No, it's
maybe you can find somewhere where your walls are ready to be upgraded. Yes.
I upgraded a lot. So already.
Okay.
Maybe this one.
Then click in
Here.
in an empty space. Now you can just check the list of all the world and all the system directly in this UI, and you can buy the upgrades directly in this panel. You're not forced anymore to check every world and every planet in the sector.
Which is really, it's an upgrade for people that are a bit deeper in the campaign, particularly, where it could be pretty easy to have too many worlds and too much stuff going on, and it should speed up that whole process a little bit, which
exactly, and it gives the player a truly better visibility over all the upgrades, all the evolution you want to prioritize. And I repeat myself, but this is for all the campaign as well as the AI superpower.
Yeah.
It's free stuff.
Essentially, everything you're seeing that is not a Chaos ship or a Chaos Admiral is in the other campaigns. What you're paying for if you pick up the DLC is a new 60-hour campaign, new missions, new storyline,
scripted missions,
getting to play with these new ships and their new commanders, getting to use all the like Khorne and Nurgle powers that we showed you, that kind of thing. But if you don't pick up the DLC, which is coming out in about 20 minutes, for $12.99, €12.99, something pounds.
That's it.
If you don't pick that up, you'll still have access to all these different kind of UI improvements, the quality of life stuff. There's also a huge changelog that I think we've posted, he says, in a way that suggests he's not sure. Okay, we haven't posted the full changelog yet. I think it's going up later today. But you can read a little bit more about it over on Steam, and it will go up either during the stream or right at the end of the stream.
We should speak about this ship, maybe. Here, it's some additions that is free for everyone. I don't know if people are me what I'm speaking here. But
I think they can
the new Chaos ship, maybe.
Yes.
It's for everyone.
There is, of course, with the Chaos campaign, there is a bunch of new Chaos ship and some Chaos ship with really amazing name, like the Emasculator. You know,
that's good.
Love this ship.
Yeah.
You have the Hellfire, you have the Hecate.
The Hellfire, we've had couple of people. I remember that one from a few streams. People mentioned. So I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy that you have your Hellfire. That's a good-looking guy. So there you go. Yeah, so those are also available in Skirmish.
Yeah.
And if you use them in Skirmish, you don't have to pay for them. That's correct, right?
It's free stuff.
Yeah. So this is all free in Skirmish. To use them in the campaign, obviously you need the Chaos campaign. You pay for the Chaos campaign.
Exactly.
And there is the Hellfire. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. I believe, do you start with the Hellfire because it's Malus Viking's ship, or have you upgraded it?
You switch the ship.
Okay, cool.
Maybe now, Hugo, you can show us.
We have two things to show. Maybe the secondary objective on a random mission, and maybe after a scripted mission. I don't know by which one you want.
That would be cool that you show us the mission with the phalanx, maybe.
The mission with the phalanx?
As you wish, but let's start with the secondary mission.
Yeah. I will maybe just. Okay, let me just. It will just pass it through here, and I will attack someone around, and you will see that it's totally random, and every mission is new.
We've been attacked.
Yeah, I'm attacked from everywhere.
I'll tell you what. While you load stuff up, let me check for some cool questions. Are all these campaign improvements applied to already existing save games, or do I have to restart the campaign? I think it depends on exactly which settings they're talking about, right?
We will make a post on the forum quite soon in order to explain which feature will be available in previous save and which is not. I'm pretty sure I don't have all of it in mind, but I'm pretty sure that some of the feature will not work with the new save.
I think everything will work. But you will have to refresh or pass some turn to be able to do so. By example, if you have an Admiral level 3, it will take the order system, and you will have some locket skill like before, but if you hire a new Admiral, you will be able to level it up. And it's the same thing for Superpower, secondary objective. If you are running War 2 turn, it will work after that.
Okay, so it might take a couple of turns to apply, but it should all work. But Obviously, we haven't tested this with every save game that exists.
No.
If you want to make sure it's all going to be in there and you don't mind restarting, we would recommend starting a new campaign. That also lets you play with the customization settings that we've added if you want to mess around with those. But it should, TM, work. If it doesn't and you really want to try out that campaign, post on the forums, let us know what the errors are, or if stuff just isn't spawning, and then we can check that out.
I will not take the risk right now to say that there is absolutely no issue with previous save.
Yeah. Saying
But
there's no issues with
it
previous
should work.
saves
It should work.
is a dangerous one.
Okay.
Another question?
Yeah, so do both players need the Chaos DLC to play the Chaos campaign in
Yeah.
co-op? Yeah. You both need to own it because you both need to be able to select it from the menu. Apologies if you don't have 24 euros between you, but hopefully pocket money or spare savings, you can save it up and you can jump in there. Those are the two questions I had highlighted. I'm sure there are some others. How are these new ships supposed to be used? That's from Aram the Head? Aram the Head?
All the new ship?
Well, there's four new ones, so I don't. Do you want to pick the Hellfire, given that's the.
No, I can talk about the new escort ship, for example. This escort ship is quite fun because it's a slower escort ship, but very powerful. You have two lenses that deal a huge amount of damage, but you play this escort ship as almost mobile platform, mobile artillery
it's
platform.
like a no HP. It
So-
just kind of moves and shoots, and then you pray it stays alive so it can shoot again.
That's it. If I'm right, the emasculator have a more resilient prow, so you can ram with this ship,
Nice.
which is cool. Yes, that's it. Front armor 83.
Oh wow.
So it's
Oh, wow.
it's a chaos ship with which you can ram.
Okay,
It
so
was
if you're going with your kind of ramming and boarding build, you probably want to use some emasculators so you can really get in there
That's
and then
it.
board, and then hopefully all those ships are dead and you're not dead.
Absolutely. And for the two other ship, I'm not quite sure, but the
They're pretty balanced.
yeah, it's pretty
Just kind of
balanced
some
ship.
more options.
Yes, that's it. The Chaos needed a battle cruiser with assault with a launch bay.
Oh, launch base, sure.
Yeah, because only the Styx was available, which is a lot of launch bay, so you can have something that is more balanced. It was missing a bit. And the Hellfire is a monster that brings huge firepower.
It just shoots people to death.
Yeah, but it's very expensive, and if I'm right, the Hellfire is quite short range, which also bring a different way to consider the Chaos faction.
Because previously they were kind of quite long range sniping vessels.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay, what should we show next? Maybe just a fight or the fight against the Phalanx? I don't know.
You choose, go. You
I
choose. Yeah.
Maybe I just want to.
If you have
We probably only have time for one or the other.
let's show the Phalanx. If we have only one mission, I know that the secondary mission are super cool, but if we have to choose one, I will say that a huge fight against the Phalanx with space station and maybe a random space event will be nice.
It's not that huge. It's a pretty tactic one. I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay,
we can
all right.
try
We'll fight. It'll be good. It'll be good. People want to see the Phalanx blow up or
Or not.
Is the Chaos campaign fully functional for multiplayer? I assume you mean co-op at launch. It is.
Yes.
Should work in co-op.
Of course.
Our co-op is now fully functional. We consider it version 1.0,
Yep.
1.1. I believe co-op's been kind of finished for a couple of months now. I think the patch for that went out.
3 months.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months ago. We've been continuing to bug fix it and stuff, but it should be good to go. And the Chaos campaign is 100% ready.
Yep.
Um,
Come on, Hugo. Show
Okay.
us your skill.
So here the Imperium are pretty strong. There is the Phalanx, and I want to.
Yeah,
get
this is a nice one.
I'm not sure. Okay, we have maybe this surprise we can speak about.
Ah, nice. Yes.
Sure.
It will make a really nice fight.
I try.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll send maybe Malos first, and we'll send the.
It's a small spoil, but yes, your own Blackheart is in the campaign, and you can play your own Blackheart, and you have one of the Blackstone.
Just hanging out with one of the Blackstones.
I'm
Yeah.
really not sure I'm gonna win.
Put
Look at this. Okay, this is this is for game now. So
Yeah.
there is a secondary objective that will be played here.
Cool.
So it's a random, and if I get this one, I will have that. There is a phalanx. There is just one fleet, but there is space station and defense. So
Oh, that's no luck. You have to. You have also to perform boarding action on enemy ship. But just a second, Hugo. Maybe you can set you run in the first.
maybe not at first. I prefer that it's coming back.
You
after.
prefer it coming back?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it will maybe not have enough here.
Oh, you have enough. No, that's okay. That's
you will
okay.
see, I will disengage. I did it. It's
No
pretty
problem.
nice.
No
Okay.
problem.
Trust me on this. Okay, so Malos will be first, and I want to get the Blackstone after that.
They'll be fine. This will be
Okay.
easy. It'll be easy, but easy win.
I did this kind of battle, and it's not that easy. I'm really not sure that Hugo will manage to win, but we
So
will see.
this should be fairly familiar to everybody that's played the game. If you know nothing about Battlefleet Gothic 2, please enjoy the various explosions you're going to see. Here's with any questions you have about the Chaos campaign or anything else to do with the game. We're here to answer questions, probably, well, for at least the length of this mission anyway. And we'll watch Hugo valiantly destroy the Phalanx and claim victory for the Chaos Gods.
Easy.
Easy. How was development on this, Romain? Was it, what was it like working to make a Chaos campaign? This is something we announced fairly long ago,
It was
Ground
really it was really exciting for us. You have to know that we already had the script for the Chaos campaign at the end of the Battlefleet Gothic 2 development, and we were already so excited by the story of the campaign that yes, for us it was clear that it was the first addition, the first big addition to the game was a Chaos campaign. And I must say that the development was pretty cool, pretty smooth. We finally have the time to set everything we originally wanted to see in the game, like the AI superpower, the secondary mission, all the stuff that we didn't have time to put in the game in the first place. And now it was possible, so that's really, really cool for us, yes. It was a sweet development, I would say.
So, just so everybody knows, the Chaos campaign is now live on Steam, along with the update. Apparently is good to go.
Nice.
Hugo's very excited. He's lit up like a Christmas tree over there. So if you wanna go pick it up, it is now over on Steam. You just go to the BFG2 page. It'll be a DLC for that. You can find it on there. The patch is also now live, so you can go start off a new campaign and have some good fun with that. Or you can stick with us and you can ask us questions and let us know if there's anything else you want to know. Chaos ships just look so deadly as they glide through space. I like Chaos ships. I was a Chaos man in my day.
Oh, it's not starting very well, Hugo. if you don't win this fight, everyone at the studio will laugh at you.
Okay.
You're warned.
For the ruinous powers! Show us how big
Here are some escort ship. Maybe you can zoom in on the Imperial escort ship.
Including this one?
Yeah.
He's very dead. He's about to have a real bad day.
Oh yes, very bad day.
Man, we're getting Hugo to. Oh, there's another ship in the background there that you can sort of see just over the. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's kind of big.
master!
Man, I wouldn't have started a fight with that thing, Hugo. I don't know.
And there is a space station on the other side of the map
That's fine.
that is surrounded by 4 defense platforms.
That's fine.
Whose fires are this?
I do have another question here actually. So what happens? So if they use their superpower, and then you go in and you blow up the phalanx,
Yeah.
does that mean it's gone forever?
No,
Okay.
the phalanx always manage to flee the map before you can destroy it.
Okay. So it can come back in another fight
Yeah.
if they manage to activate the superpower again. How exactly do they build the resources to activate the superpower?
It's quite long. You will not encounter
It's
the
not like it's
phalanx
gonna be there
every
immediately,
turn.
yeah.
It's the superpower are quite rare in the game. We have set the metrics around the superpower AI so that normally in a campaign the player will at least meet one superpower of each faction, maybe 2, but no more.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, you're not going to be fighting fights like this all the time, and it also means you can build up to this. And you will have also noticed that some of them are more defensive than others. So for example, we could just not have taken this fight. We could have waited until we had much bigger fleets. We could have used a bunch of different powers to kind of confuse and destroy the enemy, and then we could have gone in and tried to fight this. And it'd still be tough. It'd still be a difficult fight.
So you can see this ship. Can you show us the full ahead? You go.
I'm trying.
You're going.
Should be fun.
Ah yeah.
Easy.
Easy. It was close,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
but that's okay. As you can see, you have the secondary mission on the phalanx.
Yeah. As you said that.
It's gonna be easy. You also perform the secondary mission, Hugo, okay? You promise. So for this mission, the player have to board 2 random enemy ships on the map and bring it into Drifting Hulk. That means that you have to kill all the troops aboard those
Right.
2 ships.
Just the thousands of people that live on the phalanx.
Exactly, and there is 50 steps of troop in a single step of the phalanx. So
that should be
you have to kill 150 people in order to make the phalanx a Drifting Hulk, which is, in my opinion, almost impossible.
It should be.
You're not doing too bad here, Hugo.
Yeah.
It's doing all right.
Long time
I'm excited.
playing this game.
Oh, bombers are getting...
Okay.
We'll follow your command.
I have to bring them back to my spawning point. You will see why. Just
For the War Master.
We're doing okay.
Ah, they're,
Oh, we're excited.
they're coming for you.
I know. Okay, I need to get this one.
Yeah, but this one is dead. I think it's a bit too late. Ah, maybe not. Ah, yes, maybe yes. Or surely yes.
Don't shoot us anymore,
The
please.
the fire will kill you.
15.
Oh. that was seconds away.
That's no luck. That's no luck.
I tried. Okay.
Nice try, Hugo. Nice try. Yeah, maybe you can at least perform this secondary mission on this small ship.
So if in a situation such as this, it does demand that you invade and destroy the phalanx, or sorry, invade and Drifting Hulk the phalanx. Is it just impossible at that point, and you can't complete that secondary mission?
Yes, if you fall on this specific secondary mission, it's totally impossible.
Okay. So sometimes and that's kind of just one of those things where you needed to have stopped this from happening.
Sometimes you have to accept everything is very dynamic and procedural with the new secondary mission and all that kind of stuff. So you have to accept that sometimes you have the bad secondary mission on the
difficult superpower,
the difficult superpower, the not the good space event, but it's what makes the campaign really fun and very organic.
That was another question from chat. Thank you very much. Quantum J Games. That was so close. It was really close.
You should disengage this ship right now, Hugo. Nice.
Alright, we
have
are
a
running
chance.
slightly out of ships here, boys. I don't want to.
And the phalanx have not a scratch.
Nice fight.
Okay.
Ah, 1 mutiny on the opponent. Not
Okay,
bad.
let's go, guys.
And you hide in the gas cloud. And now the big guy is coming.
Okay, we've got reinforcements.
Yeah, Euron is coming. But is Euron will make the difference against the phalanx? I'm not sure. Maybe.
You will see.
He's got a big gun.
Very big gun, yeah. No, it's not that bad.
Our strike team slaughtered them.
This guy's in trouble, I think.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, and that's 1 shot.
Okay, that ship is gone.
that ship
He's
is gone.
away.
Yeah, but the objective is failed, as the objective was not to kill this ship, it was to board this ship.
yeah. But unfortunately, we had
Unleash the fury of
our guns were too big. Everybody, they were too large.
for the ruinous power.
This is the Clash of the Titan. Ooh, the boarding. The phalanx is boarding your ship. Oh, it's going to hurt. Maybe you should go on call to arms.
I think the phalanx is going to ram you, which.
He's trying, I said.
Possible, yeah.
Oh, okay, he stopped. He realised that
It was close.
the Blackstone Fortress was sort of heading in his direction.
Ah,
Oh, that's good. That's some damage.
that's some damage, yeah.
Your orders.
This guy's in deep.
Okay, man.
Deep trouble.
Engines hot.
Malos, mate. This was meant to be your moment of victory.
Oh, you are in call to arm. Exit call to arm. Oh, your engine is damaged. You cannot exit that.
I don't want to lose.
Sorry.
Okay, it will maybe a game over. I'm not sure yet.
Alright, we'll see. We'll see. We'll be okay.
Follow your command.
17 boarding action on the ship.
Tear them apart.
This is...
Oh, and this is Malos Vraikan. Malos Vraikan is the hero of the campaign.
You probably don't want to lose him.
No, you don't.
Can he disengage?
You really
He
don't
cannot.
want to.
His engine's gone.
No, his
I
engine.
cannot anymore.
No more engine, so no escape.
I mean, this is what happens when you kind of mess with the phalanx. With a, like, relatively small...
Yeah. Oh! Oh, it's going. Oh, it's going
Oh,
to.
he's really
Bye bye, Malos Vraikan.
And here's our game over screen.
I didn't get it.
Campaign failure, everyone. Okay, there you go. So that is the Chaos campaign.
Yeah.
That's one of our... So that wasn't even a scripted mission. That was just
No.
a phalanx. He just shows
a
up.
generic
The
one,
phalanx
that's
is
it.
there.
Yeah.
That can happen not at any time. It's going to take a few turns for them to build up all the resources and stuff to be able to do it. But that can happen. It's kind of random. So not only, just to put it in perspective. So we've got the 3 campaigns that ship with the base game. Those are around 60 to 80 hours each. You then have this additional campaign you can buy. We've now made all of those way more replayable. You're definitely going to want to play them again, even if you finished them before, to play with the customization options. You can now play them with the massive fleets. That means that you have bigger ships. You can play them with all these different AI superpowers that are going to trigger so that they will change exactly how everything operates. And there's a bunch of new quality of life and UI updates that you can see on the screen as well. So it's not bad for a few months' work, we would hope.
Yeah.
You can buy the Chaos DLC over on Steam right now. It's $12.99/$12.99/ some amount of pounds. Do I have enhanced Steam installed on this PC so I can see how many pounds it is? I think it's £11.49. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to tell you it's that, and then someone's going to get angry at me later. There's a campaign. Oh, Ugo.
Maybe I would like to. Do we have 5 more minutes more?
Of course.
I maybe would like just to launch a new campaign, like a Necron one or anything, with a lot of fleet points and everything.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick off a Necron campaign with some of these different customization settings set, so you can see exactly what it does. So Ugo, you want to just like customize this as you like, and then we'll talk as you're going.
Okay.
All right, sweet. I think that's everything.
Yeah, and it's huge.
Yeah, it's big. It's big.
It's everything, but it's a lot of things.
Yeah, we consider this kind of our single player update. Like, this is a big single player patch, a big single player campaign.
That was a goal, yeah.
Yeah, and it also... Oh, that's the last thing that's coming. Now, I think right now, Season 3 of Competitive Play has begun.
Yeah,
So it's that's also launched. And that means if you're one of the people that enjoys playing a multiplayer game, you can jump on that as well.
Yes, because
just about everything happening.
This is the last thing I would say about this patch. Is that there is also a huge balancing patch that is coming. We had a lot of talk with the community, and they bring some great idea regarding the balancing of the game. We know that the Tyranids are disgusting right now. They will no longer be disgusting, but yes, the balancing patch is also very important on this patch.
And we'll have all the patch notes for all of that, plus all the stuff we've shown you, plus some stuff that we haven't got around to, some smaller things that you can see. We'll have all of that over on Steam fairly soon, should be within the next hour or so. But you can just go play it right now if you want to mess around and see.
Okay, I almost got it. Maybe this. Okay.
All right.
I call this one Necron. Okay, so it's just half the addition we could do, but it's already a lot.
So yeah, what we've changed here is the resources earned, the number of resources that you're starting with, as well as the size of fleets and the different things that are going to happen during a campaign. And you see it's now set to the customized difficulty in the bottom right. Now this doesn't, if I believe, this doesn't stop you getting achievements or anything else. So we class this as basically the same as anything else.
Yeah, if you are playing with customized mod, you will not earn anymore the achievement.
Okay, there you go.
Difficulty, because we don't know if it's harder.
Sure.
Or
You don't get the difficulty achievements.
It will not be legit anymore.
Yeah.
If you tweak the.
Because you can make it very easy.
easy or
Yeah.
or anything.
So let's just show off some stuff that we can do because we've got these settings applied. Oh, in fact, there you go. The patch notes are live.
Everything is live. Great.
Everything's good.
Okay.
So these patch notes are approximately 1,000 miles long.
Just like an Imperial battlecruiser.
Yeah. These patch notes are the only... the patch notes are the final Super Titan for Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. There you go. So, Chaos expansion's coming, of course. A bunch of new features that we explained, and then this big balancing pass that we won't read all the way through, but essentially buffs and nerfs to, I think, every race. Imperial,
yes.
Admech, Chaos, Orc,
Everyone have something.
Yanni, Necron, Tyranid, Tau. Big changes for Tau. Big changes for Tyranids. Nothing for Space Marines. There you go. Unless we forgot to put in the patch.
Space Marine was cool.
Space Marine was good.
They're in the sweet spot right now regarding the balancing.
So that's where we're kind of adjusting everything towards.
Yeah.
Like we said, Tyranid nerfs and buffs for, I think, most of the other factions, basically, but a bunch of different stuff changed around. I don't want to try and read all the way through this, but you can check it out on the forums. It's also been linked in Twitch chat.
It's very tricky and very picky to speak about the balancing of the game.
Yeah.
So it will take too long, I think. But now everyone can just check the patch note and see all the change that we bring to the balancing.
All right, cool.
Okay,
Sweet.
I think it's pretty nice. I don't know if I can launch a fight just to show that kind of, I'm turn 3 and I have a fight, something like midfield point against midfield point.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
It's the first one, and it's clearly more than before, so maybe I can feel a bit my fleet just a bit here.
Yeah, so the point of what we're showing you right here is we're on turn 3.
Yeah.
Turn 4, maybe by the time the battle actually happens, and we're going to have around 1,000 points either side. Normally you're having flights at this point of, I don't know, significantly less than that. I would say 300 either side, 400 either side maybe.
Yes, because you're at the very start of the campaign. So.
Yeah. So this is what we're saying, where you can vastly increase the size of your battles very, very quickly.
It's about, I would say, 3 times the size of...
2 times max.
2 times.
But it's already a lot, and I think at some point it's not fun anymore to have
to break the balance.
Yeah, you just end up with too many ships and too many.
150 is pretty nice. Maybe 155.
There you go, straight from Ugo. Play with 150. All right, we'll let you play this one through. Are you gonna win this one, Ugo?
Oh, this one should be fun.
Okay, all right. He says this one's gonna be fine.
He's a Necron specialist.
So you see, the game is not the same anymore because you have a lot of, by example, this one, a lot of escorter and light cruiser. It's pretty. You were not used to this kind of fleet before because you are used to upgrade everything kind of. So you have a small fleet like this that is present at the beginning of the game. Okay, I would just be a bit faster.
We're speeding through. All right. Anybody else with any questions? Let us know. As we said, everything should now be live on Steam. You may need to reboot your Steam client to get the patch. Or if you buy the DLC, that'll probably download the patch quicker, maybe. Thanks very much for joining us, everyone. Anything else you want to say, Romain? Anything? Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah.
Please support us with all this. We still need your feedback on the game. We think now that the single player experience is better than ever, and we truly await all the feedback from the player. And if you like the game, please don't forget to give us a like on Steam, and that would be absolutely great. It will help a lot development of the game. So yes, that's it.
It's actually it's pretty crazy how good and how useful Steam reviews are. Positive Steam reviews and negative Steam reviews. That means we can see what you think about the game. But if you like it, please do leave a positive one. And also, of course, wishlist the DLC. If you can't afford it right now, that's always good to see. It means we know how much interest there is. Wishlist the game if you haven't managed to pick it up yet. And of course, the summer sales are probably on their way. They usually are. So no doubt there'll be some discounts.
Maybe.
There's usually discounts. So thanks very much for joining us, everybody. Those of you that have noticed my shirt, I hope you're excited to see some of this game at some point soon, everyone. As far as what's next for Tinderlos, we've been discussing those sort of things. If I say any more than that, I'll be shot and killed. But Roman's looking forward to it. Look at his smiley face. He's like looking at me like, don't say anything. Don't do it. I'll choke you. I'll choke you to death. My boss is somewhere. He's getting mad at me for even mentioning this. But yeah, we're excited to keep making good games, keep working with Tinderlos. We're super happy with them. Super happy with what they've done with this patch, especially. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work very quickly, and it really is super impressive what they put together. And we hope you all enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
We're gonna let Ugo win this because otherwise.
It can take still a few minutes, so we could cut here.
Okay, all right. Ugo says I'm not gonna win, so.
He's the Necron specialist, but I heard he was also a phalanx specialist.
That's what I heard as well. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. We will see you next time with more streams. We're always trying to do more streams, but it's just about how much time we have and that sort of thing. Greedfall and The Surge 2 are coming out later this year. We hope you're looking forward to that. We also have many super fucking cool games. Ooh, super cool games. No swearing allowed. Coming up over the next 2 to 3 years. You should be very, very excited for those. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. I'm going to play you out with the trailer, and then we will see you next time. Bye now.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
My name. What is my name? Who I was before no longer holds significance. I choose you. I am reborn. Mankind languishes in a tumultuous galaxy, its potential shackled by a corpse on a gilded throne. We must look to the past for our salvation, to the primal gods who shape all that is. Let there be war upon this false imperium. Let the galaxy burn.